That's right, I don't eat.
Good. I need wool. We'll need a few weeks to get everything ready.
Dax, I find I'll be in Manchester in about 4 weeks' time. That be the second week in January weekend. Orange Jones, I love you for them.
Phone me again next week. We'll fix the dates and time then. Oh, do you remember of your friend Colin? Who? You know the guy who looks just like you.
What about him?
He's agreed to give you an email.
When did you to speak to him?
A couple weeks ago. I met him the pub. He was teaching a course at that chemical company.
Was that when I was in Liverpool? You waited for me there to wait. I expect you had a great time together. Didn't you? Come on, answer me. What was it? Dinner in the pub? Or did you come back here for dinner? And what else did you come back here for? I don't need an alibi. Forget it. I told you before, I'm not going to rob the tube.
Don't you ever do that to me again. We must any time, John. Tomorrow you'll better go and see Frankie Simpson and the red line. Talk to him about the jewelry. Tell friends if us don't. Tell him where you getting it from. Just tell him you want him to see move £1,000,000 worth of jewelry, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
The end of December, Colin made the final arrangement with Linda. The day for the robbery was arranged for 10 January. Now that all the plans were made, Colin suddenly understood the risk he was taking, but decided not to worry, taking himself that it was only an extreme game. After all, the money he was going to be paid would save his.
The people report good Juliet Wayne showed the people at Young Cliff Dance. I'm going to see Will Slater in Manchester. We will ensure be able to convince him to purchase the software now.
I better come with you. There will be technicals, details to discuss.
I just have preliminary dates will slide. How discussing the dirty hits time of course you'll be with when we have that discussion I did already. Fix the this of the I go on this time. Analogy I will go after people to visit be in the most when are I will be work for a complete of day.
No, Colin. I should be in Manchester. I I should be Manchester with you. You cannot fussy later is out the ties will be go.
I can do that. Leave it with me.
You should have spoken to reverse Colin. You should not have hurried up a point before saying me report on the last test.
Slider found measure the mending wash hide hidden slave, asked to send me so I was it with him.
On Tuesday, 10 January, Colin worked at the office in bed all day. Then about 5:30, he went home to pack his suitcase for his trip to Manchester. He changed into casual clothes, jeans, sweaters, and old sports jacket. He didn't want to look late at business when he arrived at his hotel later that the evening. He wanted to look like
Hello,
hello.
what is wrong?
You might need ideally must the perfect. If you're stopped by the police, you must show the job's documents. Do you know? We can direct you. Please, but if an accident will need your license to for the same reason.
What about money?
That euros in 20 for pound notes. Did you book hotel room to Manchester Hotel 20?
Good.
Phone use at about 11:30. When you head to in Hotel 11, we can know that you arrived and that the arrives.
We
As-
meet here.
As we can head moving, is everything clear?
We'll meet here at the same time of Thursday. You'll get your car and driving license back then and you'll get the rest of your money too.
Good.
Ahora sí. The M25 was very busy and the traffic moving very slowly indeed. Colin did not need to say on that motorway for long because he was driving to the junction with the M4. He hoped to make better progress when he turned onto the M4 and started to drive west toward Birmingham. But staying the traffic on the M4 was even worse on the M55. Roads and the hills with heavy snow reduced the traffic speed to less than 50. Tim was passing and calling, began to wonder what he called Manchester that night. He decided that only thing to do was to leave the mora and the exit. Hungry of smile, rose to North Birmingham. Beyond Birmingham, he called home the M6, which he loved well but less busy, and drove to Manchester that. As soon as he had left the M4, Colin was sure he made the right decision. After a few minutes, he was racing along Kent Country Road. Then, the accident happened. It was after 9 o'clock. The road in front of him was clear in. Colin put his phone down on the accelerator. There were no street lights, and the night was very dark. I leaned his hand till trees on the road. Beyond the edge, the field is made back. The is narrow. Road curved sharply here. Colin, turning, but beyond her edge. The fields back, the narrow of curved splay. Colin the broad. Another car had been following the right Scott. There we go. Football.
Another car has been following the red Escort for several minutes. The car drivers witnessed the accident, drinking metal and breaking glass. Have stopped instead of the red Escort, letting his train running and tearing metal breaking glass. Max superheat urban escort, Levin had been running and turning his headlight full on. He jumped out of his car and hurried towards the wreck. The road he noticed was covered in ice. The accident looked serious. The car lay on its roof of the road. The front of the car was against the trunk of the tree. There seemed no hope for the driver. Mark looked inside the wrecked car. A man was strapped in the driver's seat, the steering wheel pressing into his chest. He was still alive. Mark could hear him running quickly. Mark pulled at the twisted metal that had been the driver's door, but it would not move. Cutting equipment would be needed to free. He didn't want to leave the injured man alone, but he could do nothing to free him without help. After a minute, Mark heard a lorry approaching. He stood in the middle of the road, having his arms. The lorry stopped.
Will you try to have one box, please? This is on emergency.
There, no need, mate. I got a mobile phone. Then please phone for the emergency service. Quickly, there are man trapped in there. We will need a fire crew, ambulance, as well as the police. Ambulance is away. Do you need my help?
There's nothing you can do. I will have a risk.
Then I will move on I'm blocking the road with the lorry.
Don't not be to tell. Help is coming. You will soon be out of there.
Juliet.
Julie, is your name?
No, please. They Juliet. They her. I'm sorry. I be being stupid. Her will. You, please. They Julie. I'm sorry.
Your wife?
Yes, Juliet, my wife. I want her to know the truth.
The truth about what?
Yeah. The ambulance and the fire engine arrived together. They stopped beside the wreckage of the escort. Their blue lights flashing, the fire crew began cutting at the wreckage and pulling away bits of torn and twisted metal in a few minutes. They had removed part of the side of the car. Soon, two paramedics were beside in the injured driver, trying not hit get him out of the wreck. As they worked, they spoke quickly to each other. A police car arrived a minute later. Two officers got out. A woman came to walk to Mark. He briefly described what he had seen to the young policewoman. Tres.
Why he going fast?
Yes, two passengers on the road. Is he here? On the bed. He spotted food, wrong, and lost control. His car rolled over and over.
Come to the car, sir. You look a bit pale, sir. Are you continue hungry?
I am fine. I need to spare that, but my wife.
Don't worry, sir. We'll take care of them.
Yes, how could it was the last person to speak to the man I saw the accident happen. It is we cannot know the accident happened. Perhaps the accident I will hear. Can you help me? The man's name and address.
We can't do that, sir. The man's relatives will have the identification had first, sir.
Wouldn't more expect to hear. Before I hit, he gave me. He suffered. He was important to him, and I might hurt. his wife asset is dead.
He could phone in a few days. The identification may be then.
Thanks.
The woman wrote down her name and phone number and gave it to Mark.
Yes, of course, he better go now.
You can head in touch with made a number on the Monday morning.
Hey, thanks.
We need you to call at the police station.
Yes.
In home in the next day or two since you were the only witness to the accident. You probably knew have to attend the inquest too.
Yes, of course, I better go now.
Okay, sir. Drive carefully. He was racing in his sin shower house. What was happening on his husband? She tried to listen paragraph, relaxed music. She liked jazz. She was angry with Colin not take and with to Manchester. She could not sleep well.
John had everything ready for the robbery. I was wearing his bag, clothes and jacket. Pocket was a gun. On the trainers to him. There was a sport ball win. Some equipment. Suddenly, I stood up and started to walk. Hey, nervously, on the room.
What happened? We hasn't sent on phone.
Don't worry, he been lying, that's all.
John sat down again. He looked at the clock. It was now almost midnight. The agreed time for calling phone. Call had been 11:30. Son, it will be me time for them to leave for service. Jay, here a car stop outside the house. John lived in a car. I looked through the window into the dark street. Immediately, he lit the curtain fire again and stood back from the window.
It's the police. What they we done, Linda? What's his game? Has they told the police about our plane?
Go upstairs, keep it up. The way we've done, nothing to worry about.
Mr. Bentley,
Yes, welcome.
we are very sorry to disturb you at that time of night work. I'm sorry, my welcome in.
Yes, of course.
It's about your house, Mr. Bentley. I have found this car accident. I'm sorry, Mr. Bentley. You have yet leave this ever is a car on. I see wrong near top of the leg. I have found you have to identify yourself about the
Yes, of course.
a police car will courier you tomorrow morning at o'clock.
When the police had gone, John came downstairs. Linda was in the kitchen making tea.
What happened, Linda?
It's Colin. Colin dead.
Linda was calm again. She poured them into two mugs and put them on the table. Sit down next to their husband. Every chance you just know. You can do that.
Here. The funeral
in this area for someone called John Bentley. Why would anybody connect that with the disappearance from Bath of a man called Fenton?
What about me?
You will have to stay hidden for a while.
It's man.
Just do as I say.